comes to the best American samurai show, there should be no argument that Samurai Jack is #1. But the best samurai anime? I gotta give it to Samurai Champloo, and here's my reason why, especially over Afro Samurai. Mugen, Jin, and Fu go through a series of adventures that is just action-packed and even more importantly has subtle themes to it. At the end of the show, you get punched in the face realizing the tragic but happy ending. I think Six Samurais do that exact same thing. They're the cutting edge of technology because they're future samurais, and they only need 3 monsters to make a very, very powerful board that punches your opponent in the face and leaves you with a happy ending. See what I did right there? I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go ahead and hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. Also want to take the time to give a special thanks to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not be possible. I also want to give a shout to our newest Patreon, Brandon Dunham. I appreciate you and welcome to the clan. My dogs just keep getting bigger. I might need a new thingy where you guys see all the Patreons. Without further ado, I present to you a competitive Six Samurai deck profile for this format. Yes, making number 86 Rongo Boy is still pretty much the same. It's easy as hell. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, picking up where we left off, I think that Six Samurais are still that regional fringe YCS level event top deck, but I'm going to be safe and put it at a regional level. It can consistently dominate decks by summoning Notoria Beast, a card that we did talk about our meta-analysis, which was a prime candidate to destroy the top decks. It also has the ability to make number 86 with 5 materials. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that alone can win you a game. I think that the deck is really good, and for you legacy players that love Six Samurai, it's only going to keep getting support, so it's definitely something that's worth investing in because your old Six Samurai cards are still worth something as long as you're not playing like the OG Six Samurais, because none of those, except for Grandmaster, is worth anything. Starting off with the monsters, we run 3 copies of Legendary Six Samurai Kizan. Now, before I get deeper into the deck, I want you guys to know that we're using another lighting technique. So let me know how that is. But 3 copies of Legendary Six Samurai Kizan. You can special summon him to your side of the field when you control another samurai. He is essentially the warrior extender that you need. The warrior archetype, or the warrior subtype, is really built on summoning extenders to make ESOL, and it's really fortunate that Six Samurai monsters have those extensions built inside of their own archetype, so you don't need to look further than Kizan. You don't have to play cards like Junk Ford and Photon Thrasher. Next is 3 copies of Legendary Six Samurai Kaigeki. Now, when he's a normal summon, you can special summon 1 Six Samurai monster to your side of the field. Already off the bat, you have 6 ways to summon at least 2 Six Samurai monsters to get a free ESOL and then a free monster to your side of the field. But this deck doesn't stop there because it actually has searches inside of 2 secret Six Samurai Kizaru. Now, when this monster is special summoned, you can add 1 Six Samurai monster from your deck to your hand up to the number, you can add 1 Six Samurai monster from your deck to your hand that is not the attribute of the monsters you control on your field in total. It's really good for sparking off combos. To be honest with you guys, Kaigeki, Kizaru, and Kizan is your number 86 Rongo with 5 materials. That is an insane combo, and there's other ways to get to it. 2 copies of Legendary Six Samurai Mizo, and we followed up with 2 copies of Legendary Six Samurai Shinai. The crazy thing about these 2 guys, the red and blue, is that you can make an infinite loop provided that you play 2 and 2 copies. Well, you actually only need 1 Shinai, but provided that you play enough copies of these cards. Another great thing is that it's just powerful. Shinai being able to recur Six Samurai monsters in your graveyard when tributed, and Mizo allowing you to get a free destruction on your side of the field by tributing a Six Samurai monster, hopefully Shinai, which will tribute its effect. We actually upped the count of Hatsume because this card is hot. Get it? Hot Sume? Okay, whatever. But Sumi over being so hot. This card is really good because it's important to the Rongo combo now, and even more importantly, it allows you to special summon Six Samurai monsters from your graveyard to your side of the field for free. I think that this card shouldn't be at anything less than 2, especially with the new build needing at least 1 to make the combo. Drawing it won't really get you what you need. Next, we run 1 copy of Secret Six Samurai Fuma. We did bump this down from 2 to 1, mainly because the combo with Summon Sorceress to give it to your opponent's side of the field and then destroy it with your Mizuho and Shinai is still pretty much prevalent, but it's not going to come up as often as you need. We do have these monsters to help out with our combos, and this card is just an awesome extender. Nonetheless, it is a level 1 tuner Six Samurai monster, so it can make great Shogun Sheen in your deck with ease. Next is 1 copy of Secret Six Samurai Jimba. A lot of cats hate Jimba. I love Jimba. I love Jinba even more now because hypothetically, you resolve your Hatsume, you banish a Kizan, Jinba becomes a 1-card E-Soul, you summon that Jinba at the Kizan, summon the Kizan, and now you have literally the same 2 warrior extenders. Even more importantly, you do play Divine Sword, Phoenix Blade in this deck, so it can feed Jinba in itself. There's so many ways to banish your 6 Samurai monsters. I think you'd be foolish not to play play Jinba. Now, one thing that I did forget is that the secret 6 Samurai monsters do have the ability to banish themselves if one of your 6 Samurai monsters is being destroyed by a card effect. That doesn't come up quite often, but it does come up sometimes and you'll probably need it. That is it for the 6 Samurai monsters. Now we go to the Sheen monsters. 1 copy of Great Shogun Sheen and 1 copy of Sheen Squire. The Sheen Squire, actually remember in my last 6 Samurai video, somebody called me bad because it was like, why would you ever play this card? Little did they know this card is an Earth Warrior type monster. So it's your access to Notoria Beast for damn near free with this card. It's really powerful. The hand effect, I don't even know what it does. Does it like protect the discard? Like nobody plays it for the hand effect. We play it because it's 1 card Notoria Beast, but its hand effect, I guess, could come in handy because I think it is the discard to protect one of your 6 Samurai monsters. Great Shogun Sheen is a blowout against spell heavy decks. Sky Strikers Beware, which we already know is one of the top decks of the format, as well as Pendulums, since they won't be able to activate both their scales. For the hand traps, we actually had to adjust this deck because of the YCSs that went around. I actually made back 3 copies of Droll Lockbird, 2 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, and 1 copy of Effect Veiler. Through a lot of the interviews that I seen, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring was meh, and to be honest, I have to agree, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring can't really hit the Goki combo, but Ghost Ogres can hit the Firewall, Effect Veilers can hit the Firewall, whatever, and Droll Lockbird is still one of the best cards, if not the best hand trap inside of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. So I decided to go with this nifty number, but if you guys can't afford it, just run Ogres and Veilers. They're still really good in this format, probably even better than Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, like so many players have said before. That's it for the monsters at 24. We run a 42 card deck. You guys can cut any of these 2 cards. I'm just going to show you what cards I would not cut if I were you. I would not cut Sheen Smoke Signal because this card is just amazing. It's your reinforcement of the army of the deck. I guess you could cut 6 Samurai United. It's not mandatory, but it is a free +2. The thing that I don't, or +1, the thing that I don't like about 6 Samurai United is that in later game states when you already have a board, this card becomes pretty much useless, but it's still a pretty powerful card for opening up and setting up your plays. Even more importantly, you do need 6 Samurai cards to gain counters in order for you to have an infinite loop, or just to make some really loopy combos in themselves. 2 copies of Sheen's Dojo. This is the card that I really wanted to play at 3, but it does suffer the same fate as 6 Samurai United. Being limited to your starting board and in later game states isn't great, but nonetheless, it allows you to special summon Sheen's Dojo, or not Sheen's Dojo, it allows you to special summon Sheen Squire, Great Shogun Sheen, and any of your 6 Samurai monsters you decide to build. For you European players, I strongly suggest that you guys run 3 copies of this card because you don't have access to summon Sorceress, and this card would be a good replacement. Lastly, for the 6 Samurai dedicated cards, we play 1 copy of Gateway of the 6. Run it through the 6 with my woes. Okay, this card's really powerful. Opening this card is almost guaranteeing you a win. Every time a 6 Samurai monster is summoned, you get 2 counters. Removing 4 counters, you can add 1 6 Samurai monster from your deck to your hand. Removing 6 counters, you can special summon a Sheen monster from your graveyard to the side of the field. I think if you remove 2 counters, you get to give a monster 500 attack. To be honest with you, the 4 effect is the only one you're really going to need. You're going to search all of the 6 Samurai monsters you need from your deck to your hand and just flood your opponent with all of your resources. That is it for the 6 Samurai cards. 2 copies of Called by the Grave. It's really good against hand traps. Also good against certain decks. Sometimes you might actually need to hit that Goki monster that goes to the graveyard. That card is there for you. We do play 4 equipped spell cards. You guys could play 3, but in order to get off some really wacky combos, you're going to have to play 4. Now, there's a lot of times where you make ESO and you want to summon a level 3 monster. There's times where you want to summon a level 1 monster. And there's a couple of times you want to summon a level 4. So Divine Sword, Phoenix Windblade, a Living Fossil, Moon Mirror Shield, and Horn of the Unicorn. Those are the 4 equipped spell cards you guys can play. I will explain to you why I don't play Bamboo Swords again in a second. Lastly, we play Reinforcement of the Army, Soul Charge, and Monster Reborn. You could cut these 2. These were actually my 41st and 42nd card. They're both extenders. They're both awesome. I wouldn't cut them because they're game-ending cards if you ask me. But if you guys really wanted to play 40, I'd probably cut a Monster Reborn. And I guess you guys could cut a 6 Samurai United, but I like it the way it is. And then Reinforcement of the Army obviously adds almost every monster in the deck from the hand. Now to the main thing. The Bamboo Sword cards, in my opinion, are not optimal, and I'll be able to tell you guys why. First of all, I can cut the Bamboo Sword cards for more optimal cards to allow me to play Yu-Gi-Oh, such as hand traps, decks to make them more cards to make the deck more consistent. But even more importantly, Drolan Lockbird again is one of the most powerful cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Period, just hands down. And playing the Bamboo Sword cards is just leaving you more open to be hit by Drolan Lockbird and completely shut down your turn. Now, I'd rather lose that search over an E-Soul effect searching for my deck to my hand and not a Bamboo Sword card or whatever it is. I just don't think that it's great because it requires you to run a lot of resources, and oftentimes, unless you have that Bamboo Sword card in your hand immediately, like you open with one, it's a dead card. Even if you do open with one, it's a dead card until you get your combo off. So if your opponent does decide to stop your E-Soul player, whatever, with a Ghost Ogre, now not only do you not have, or it's a possibility of you not having monsters on the field, you have 2 dead Bamboo Sword cards in your hand that really can't get you anything. I just rather play other cards. That is it for the main board. For the extra deck, YuGiOh Skull Dread, this card is actually mandatory for one of the combos that I saw on YouTube. I actually have their link down below in the comment section. I can't remember their name right now, but I do definitely give them a shout out. But this is mandatory because it's the only Link 4 monster that only needs 2 monsters that has multiple arrows pointing down. 1 copy of Borlo Bragan, best Link 4 in the game, boys. And then World Sword Dragon is going to be your game hitter, your OTK card. This is going to enable you to win a lot of games. That's it for the 4s. For the 3s, Nightmare Unicorn and Summon Sorceress. For the people that can't afford Summon Sorceress, play probably like Deco Talker. It doesn't really matter. Just having another monster in your arsenal. You can play another Sheen if you wanted to. 2 copies of E-Soul, 2 Tales of Noble Knights. Unlike ninjas, you actually can make and use both of your 2 E-Souls. Nightmare Phoenix and Griffin, they're just great spot removal cards. The Evil Storm Excited Knight, I'm not excited about this card, but I swore it's a great card. All right, those are terrible puns, but I haven't really summoned it too much. The jury's still on the card. It's a card that I feel like you can take out. 1 Rongo Boy, 1 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, and then the card to replace MX Saber Invoker is Leviair the Sea Dragon, allowing you to special summon that Kizaru to your side of the field for free searches. And since you do banish a lot of warriors, Leviair is just a powerful card. I actually debated on running 2 and just dropping the Excited. Lastly is Notoria Beast and Legendary 6 Samurai Sheen. My opinion, you don't need more than 1, especially if you make this as kind of redundant unless you see a lot of traps. You probably could main another one for Altergeist, for decks that play back row heavy decks and you want to stop those traps, because Great Shogun Sheen isn't going to stop you from them infinite impermanenting you and then going on. So it really depends on what you guys want to play for that, but I think that there's a little bit of flexibility in the extra deck, and depending on how you guys want to play it, will be to your local level event. Now, we don't play any side deck cards, or I don't have a side deck for this deck. We actually stopped doing it. I want to let you guys know, or I want to know if you guys want me to start my How to Beat series, my Destroying the Meta series, where I show you guys how to beat a certain deck, what cards can be used for that certain deck, and if you should main or sideboard them depending on your meta situation. I want to get to at least 100. Now, I know you guys can do more than that. I want to get to at least 250 likes. Let's get to 250 likes so we can start that beating series, that Destroying the Meta series, so I can show you guys how to beat the meta decks and how to sideboard properly, more importantly. That's it for the main deck and the extra deck. Now I get to show you guys some saucy combos you're going to love. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for this 3-card combo, I cannot take credit. It's actually Etc. that posted on my Discord a video of, oh man, I forget their names. I don't want their names because I definitely want to give them a shout out. It's like a really awesome combo from that YouTube channel. His name is Legions Gaming. I'm going to link it down below in the description just to give them, their well-deserved respect. And it's a little small 3-card combo that will net you the exact same combo that you guys have been seeing. The number 86 with 5 material. It requires Secret 6 Samurais, Kizaru, Kaigeki, and Kizan. What you're going to do is bring all 3 of these monsters to your side of the field first. Normal summoning your Kaigeki, to special summon your Kizaru. What is up with my speech? Kizaru's effect is going to trigger to add Secret Legendary 6 Samurai Mizuho, and then you're going to special summon Kizan to your side of the field. Now, it doesn't really matter which monsters you get rid of. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Kaigeki and the Kizaru for E-Soul 2 Tales of the Noble Knights, triggering its effect to add Secret 6 Samurai Jinba. If you guys do play the level 5 Grandmaster, this is where you can add it, or any 6 Samurai that you're not going to use for your combo sequence. It's free. Go ahead and add it to your hand. I play Jinba because you guys already know, I set it in the deck profile. And then use E-Soul's effect to send 3 equipped spell cards from your deck to your graveyard to special summon Hatsume to a Link zone or a main monster zone where Summon Sorceress can point to. Now, for you European players, the people that want to play this deck and don't have access to Summon Sorceress, whether you can't afford it or in Europe, use Sheen's Dojo. If you activated Sheen's Dojo in the beginning of your combo sequence, you have enough monsters to do this exact same combo just by activating Dojo instead of making Isol. And it doesn't matter where you put your monsters at. Use Isol and Legendary 6 Samurai Kizan to special summon Sorceress to your side of the field, targeting Hatsume to special summon Legendary 6 Samurai Shinai. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the effect of Hatsume, managing Kizaru and Kaigeki to special summon Kizan to my side of the field. And then I'm also going to special summon Mizuho to my side of the field as well. Use the Hatsume and the Legendary 6 Samurai Shinai for a Exceed summon into your Leviair the Sea Dragon. Now you're going to follow up by detaching one material through Leviair's effect to special summon the Kizaru to your side of the field. Kizaru's effect is going to trigger to add one Legendary 6 Samurai Shinai from your deck to your hand, and you're going to use that to special summon that monster to your side of the field as well. Use Summon Sorceress and Leviair the Sea Dragon for another Link summon into your Saryuja Skull Dread, and now you're in a very good position using both your Secret Samurai Kizaru or Kizaru and your Legendary 6 Samurai Kizan. Oh my god, I just cannot say these cards' names right. For number 86, and then follow up with your Mizuho and your Shinai for your Gossip Shadow, and then go ahead and attach all those materials to your number 86 Rongo Boy. I'm just gonna call him that. That is one insane combo, and thank you so much, Legions Gaming, for providing that. Again, I'll link you down below in the description. Really awesome to see a combo like that, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's the reason why I feel like Six Samurais are still really powerful. It's the reason why I actually even decided to build this deck and play the Ninja deck to counter with it, because these decks are still very much alive. The very next combo I'm gonna show you guys is almost the exact same thing, except a little bit in reverse. You're gonna need Kaigeki, Kizan, and Mizuho, and you're gonna wind up with the exact same combo. All you have to do is send an additional card from your deck to the graveyard when activating Isol, and you're good to go. What you are going to do is normal summon Kaigeki to special summon Mizuho to your side of the field, and then special summon Kizan to your side of the field. Use both Kaigeki and Kizan for a link summon to Isol, Two Tails of the Noble Knight, using its effect to add Secret 6 Samurai Jimba. Next thing you're going to do is send 1, 2, 3, 4 equipped spell cards from your deck to your graveyard, and that's going to go ahead and special summon Secret 6 Samurai Kizaru. Kizaru's effect is going to go ahead and add Secret 6 Samurai Fuma from your deck to your hand, and then you're going to follow up by using Isol and Kizaru for another link summon into your Summon Sorceress. Use Summon Sorceress's effect to special summon Fuma to your side of the field. This should actually be right here, my apologies. And then Summon Sorceress effect to target the Mizuho to special summon the Shinai. Now this is where things get really interesting. Use the Mizuho's effect to tribute the Shinai to destroy the Fuma, and that's going to trigger both of your monsters' effects. The first one, Fuma's effect, being able to special summon a monster from your deck to your side of the field. That monster is going to be Hatsume. The second one is going to trigger your Shinai's effect to add Legendary 6 Samurai Kizan from your graveyard to your side of the field. You're going to follow up by banishing 2 warrior monsters or 2 6 samurai monsters from your graveyard to special summon Kizaru. Kizaru's effect is then going to go ahead and trigger again, adding from your deck to your hand any 6 samurai monster. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and add Legendary 6 Samurai Kaigeki, and then you are going to follow up by special summoning Kizan to your side of the field, using both of these monsters for the Exceed summon into your Ragno, and then 2 more monsters for the Exceed summon into your Gossip Shadow. Gossip Shadow being absorbed under the Rongo, and there you guys have it again. A 5 material Rongo all through the Kali effect. This was actually my idea of the combo, but I do like the other combo as well. I think I have 2 more combos to show you guys, and we're good. All right, so the last 2 combos are relatively easy. One of them is both of them are 4-card combos. It's going to require Gateway of the 6 and any 2 cards that hold Bushido counters. What you're going to do is activate all of your cards, and the 4th card you're going to need is any 6 samurai monster. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Like the last video, I'm going to use Kizaru. Go ahead and normal summon your Kizaru. That's going to put 4 tokens on the Gateway, 1 token on the United, 1 token on the Dojo. And the best thing about Gateway is that you can use tokens from anywhere. So use the tokens from the United, use the tokens from the Dojo and the Gateway to add a Kizan. You can keep repeating this process to keep summoning Kizans to your side of the field, because Gateway can add from the graveyard to your hand to continuously gain counters on your Gateway of the 6 Samurai, 6 Samurai United, and Dojo, and then continuously get 4 counters for you to get cards to your side of the field. The very last combo is a little more you can say simple. It's still a 4-card combo. It's going to require any card that holds counters, Gateway of the Six Samurai, and of course you're going to either need Shinai or Mizuho, and the legendary Six Samurai Kaigeki. What you are going to do is activate both your Gateway of the Six Samurai and your Shin's Dojo, or whatever other cards you have, and then normal summon your Kaigeki to special summon your Mizuho to your side of the field, or your Shinai. That's going to place 4 counters on Gateway of the Six Samurai and 2 counters on Shin's Dojo. Now, since Shin's Dojo can contain an infinite amount of counters, not Six Samurai United, it can't. You can remove it from anywhere, but with Six Samurai United, you want to make sure you remove your counters from that card first. With this instance, I'm going to remove 4 counters from a card to search the other corresponding card and use that card to special summon itself to the side of the field. That's going to put 3 counters on Shin's Dojo and 2 counters on my Gateway of the Six Samurai. Finally, I'm going to remove 4 more counters, bringing me just a 1 counter on the Dojo, to add from my deck to my hand my second copy of legendary Six Samurai Shinai, and that's where the fun actually comes from. Where's my second copy of legendary Six Samurai Shinai? Normally, you guys see I have it like all laid out really cool and everything, but this time around I thought it was really easy to do, so I just, you know, kind of winged it. But now you have your last copy of legendary Six Samurai Shinai. Go ahead and special summon it to your side of the field, placing 1 counter on Dojo and 2 counters on Gateway of the Six. Use Shinai's effect to tribute the Shinai, or I'm sorry, use Mizuho to tribute the Shinai to destroy the Mizuho. That's going to trigger Shinai and Mizuho's effect, adding both the Mizuho to your side of the field, from your graveyard to your hand, and then the Shinai is going to stay where it's at. I'm kind of confused. Special summon that monster. Oh, I'm sorry. Use these 4 counters to add your second Shinai. Woo, that's where I was getting it wrong. I'm like, wait, hold on, this doesn't seem right. And special summon your Shinai to your side of the field, which will give you 1 counter on your Shin's Dojo and 2 counters on your Gateway. Now you can special summon your Shinai and basically do the exact same thing. That's going to put 2 counters on your, I'm sorry, 1 additional counter on your Dojo and 2 counters on your Gateway of the Six, and Mizuho, tribute Shinai, destroy Shinai, add Mizuho, use, you know, get a counter from Gateway, add it, blah, blah, blah. You're really just going to keep special summoning these 2 monsters to your side of the field, adding Shinai from your graveyard to your hand, or your deck to your hand, or whatever, and gaining 1 counter every time you do this combo. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and destroy that like button and let us know that this video was awesome. If we didn't, let us know in the comment section what we could do to be better. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day, like I am.